Good, gentles all, pretend you are now in the presence of the sable lions, Eric the Invincible, and Brunhilde the Brutal Beauty. Long have they traveled to be here and recognize the worthy among which their future heirs are here today. Here begins their court. Let all who would compete in the crown list of the Kingdom of Antir present themselves before their majesties, Eric and Brunhilde, sovereigns of Antir. Processional herald, you may begin.
I present to you your champion, Sir Nikolai Gavalis-Fonteco, who is inspired by Mestre Ana de la Serra. Oh, you don't like that?
Your Majesty, sent Paul of Beckingham, Squire, to Duke Stephen of Beckingham, fostered by Sir Nikolai, inspired today by Lady Morgan Woodsend of Houghton.
Oh, yeah. Your Majesty, is inspired by Yakima Van Bolton in today's tournament.
Majesty, I would present the newly minted Lord Valdemar, who would like the honor to fight his very first round.
Oh, absolutely. Good luck.
Your Majesty, I am Einar Gutherson, Viscount of Piri. I would like to join your list, if I may. You may.
Good luck.
Your Majesty, I present Baron Wolfgar Broadaxe of Sigurd, Squire to Sir Oak, inspired today by Baroness Aniko Mele's student to Master Guido.
Oh, are we trading?
No, but we just got these. Turn this around.
You're so good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so welcome.
Sure.
Your Majesty, I am super pleased to present the second most beautiful woman in the kingdom. Her grace such as my inspiration today. I am a humble country knight, and I beg leave to fight in your tournament to ennoble myself.
Well, you're great. Of course. Thank you.
Oh, because they're never busy.
They scheduled one like right now. Oh,
Well, we'll just.
yeah, we'll be right there.
You want to go too? We'll just. We all get one?
I've got Lion on tier. I present to you my inspiration, my champion, Duke Tiernan Mordalkai. May we enter your list this day? baptism. Yeah, absolutely. What the person who is currently helping repair something on site. So your consideration for Grace, him, Ingrid, Donald, and the children are here to make sure that he is indeed listed for your list while he repairs things. I present to Consort Ibn Rafi, inspired by Dame Julia Bint of Althea.
Your Majesties, I apologize for how unseasonably warm it's going to get here today. Being from the desert, I'm bringing the heat.
We have dressed in our Pensic warm, so yeah.
Time to start. Good morning, Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, good gentles all. I, Viscount Sir Cathal, wish to present my inspiration, Sir Merowyn Wilfred's daughter, as we humbly request entrance into your list. You have. Thank you.
Red, Sable Lion and Lioness, come before you today and presents Mr. Snajeta Tarana, my inspiration, my love. Ask permission that I might fight for her this day in your list. Okay. Majesty's on tier. I'm Dane True Tierson, and believe it or not, one of the youngest knights of On Tier. I fight inspired today by Temperance True Love, my wife and my everything. I ask this day to enter your list. Thank you.
Your great sable majesties, can we pet your dog? I am Viking. This is my great wife, Viscountess Lashinia. It would be an honor if you would allow us to fight in your tournament. Thank you.
Majesties, I present Viscount Sept Ibn Owain, armored champion of the Principality of Thierry, inspired today by Viscountess Alessandria Luciana Giacomo.
I'm Sergei Ilyevich, newest squire of Sir Said, inspired today by the lady Elizabeth McAndrew.
lions of the northern march, the scourge of the western seas, and shining pride of Lion's Gate. Baron Sir Kenrick Basson, inspired this day by Ariana Fremont, Baron and Baroness Lion's Gate.
Wolfhard, the very fancy hat is inspired today by Baron Ugera of Madrona.
Forward to fighting your
More shining lights of Madrona approach Sir Timothy and Paradox and Baroness Tears into Cathal.
Majesties, I present Sir Lee Avranid, inspired today by Mistress Alessandra B. Felimoth, who is regrettably not present, and also Yaninus Devoy, inspired today by Sir Lee Avranid.
Majesties, I present to you Mistress Catherine Lee Kincaid, Terror of the Warfield, Baroness of the Court of Ontier, and my beautiful inspiration, who I would put upon the throne this day. With your permission, I am Sir Griffin ap Bedware, and I would join your list. Greetings, Your Majesty's Ontier. I present Sir Martin the Harper, Knight of Ontier and Companion of the Order of the Laurel, inspired today by Ralgraf and Madeleine of Vieri, Companion of the Order of the Laurel. I ask your permission to fight in this conference.
I'm Sir Arthur Pointer,
So we
my
have
wife.
Yeah. I'm so excited. It's okay. I'm so excited. So be excited. Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Come on, that's enough of the barking. Let's go.
Yeah. You will definitely have me.
Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Unto my mighty and sinister King Eric and his most graceful dexter Queen Brynhilda, may I introduce you to her ladyship Katya Mari, inspiring today Sir William of the Battered Helm, who both wish your permission to enter from.
Is inspired this day by Ogmundur Eimerar. Inspired this day by her ladyship, Emma de Basel. Sir Alexandros Leontos, inspired by Magnifica Gianna Maddalena Alberti.
Salvate. Nasz Prince, Langley, and Regina Gloria. Salvate, Prince Epic. Ego, Decimus Marius, Gavinus, Mechanicus, Equus. Stratos, Desit omnis Des. Versus. Et Elspeth Nigras, Honorum.
Your Majesties, I present Sir Tancred Peone, fighting for Lady Veronica Peone, in inspiration of Elizabeth de Grasse. Your Majesties, I present Sir Agmund Gloopson, champion of Blathnor, murder giant, fighting for her ladyship Francisca Rostill, inspired by Elspeth de Grasse. Your Majesties, I present Elias Starfire, Squire Earl Brendan Shimmering Star, fighting for Lady Rachel Starfire, in inspiration to Elspeth de Grasse.
We did it the wrong way.
Your Majesties, I present Mikhail MacLeod, Squire to Agmund Gloopson, fighting for Melissa of Dalmatia, inspired by Elspeth de Grasse. We request entry into your
Majesties, presenting Sir. Sorry.
First you have all.
Majesties.
Huzzah!
Your Majesties, presenting Sir Bryn Fitzsaverick, the Mighty Raven, and Mistress Tatiana Alexineva, Sunflower of Antir.
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. Thank you.
Your Majesties, presenting Sir Sun Jia, fighting today for the honor of Lady Suzanne Hurst.
Before you now come, Nege Kiatakun, employed by Donna, Sir Liam, Sergeant of Lions Gate, inspired by Mr. Etan Garma Kashel,
孝敬公子，孝敬公主，孝敬大人大夫，萬歲，萬歲，萬萬歲！
Your Majesties, presenting Sebastian de Roseau, Squire to Olin Ulfredson, champion of Three Mountains, fighting this day for Mualima Erica bin Sit al Sada.
Majesties, I am Sir Haldor Mikolai's son, inspired by her ladyship Annalisa Dalin.
Starfire is inspired this day. Gracious race of Starfire. Like I said, Bjornsson, who aspired to Viscount William McSherman, Knight of the SCA, and inspired by her ladyship, Rosalinda McAllister.
Your Majesties, I present Dmitry Ivanovich Squire to Ulfgar Thorvald, and mutually inspired by Tia Tianpo.
I'm no shorter on this thing than I am standing up. I'm actually not kidding.
Abrahamis, I'm a Bollingberg Robert. Honorable lady, I am protege to Sir Lale Horsefront. I'm inspired this day by the Honorable Lord Ersknickfield, apprentice to Mistress Elspeth Cameron and Mistress Sarah Graham. Fighting for her ladyship. You know, it's not.
We had the file with no, not this one. That's true. Thank
Monica, fighting for Isabella Lucrezia. Godwin, Squire to Viscount Stein, fighting for Theodora Van Zelen.
Come before you now, the Honorable Lord Draven McGrath, Squire to Kieran Nuzzle, and the Honorable Lady Savia Salvaggio de Vittorio. Absolutely.
By her ladyship, Jessie Gatesman the Gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Great Majesties, we come before you now to present Honorable Lady Shazia Isaburi, and I am Aaron McPhailin. And Coach, we ask you to fight for this.
Your Majesty, young person who is squire to Count Athos Belisarius and inspired by Halala El Wadi.
You would like to fight? I picked last time.
Your Majesties, I present Tristan of Seagert, Squire to Duke Owain Einar, inspired today by Greta Grunwald.
Team McDougal, fighting this day for Loki in Helgi.
Come before you now, Lord Thorbjorn, Sergeant to the 6th Baroness of Lions Gate, Dame Ariana Fremont, Squire to Sir Kenrick Bearson, 6th Baron of Lions Gate, inspired by Lady Roa Freyan.
Present Wendell Vermeulen, Squire to Prince Caron, and Squire to Duke Saverick, inspired today by Neliora.
Two of us would love to invite us today.
I present Andreas Din Lazari, Squire to Sir Fred Fitzallen, inspired by Dame Seraphin.
Your Majesty, I present to you the terrible Tater Tots, Squire to Viscount Olin, inspired this day by the marvelous Mateo de Valencia.
Your Majesties, I present Lady Christine Maria Clara Bottini and Thorsten, who are inspiring each other for your lists as well as your. Job.
Your Majesties, I present Hulda Bjarki, Man at Arms to Dimitri, and mutually inspired today by Mad Dog.
Majesties, we come before you, Martel.
Inspired today by Katrin.
Hello. I would request permission to fight here. Thank you so much. You as well.
From the forges of Walesmere come Devon the Younger and Modwena.
I am Uhtred Tiernanson, Squire to Sir Raynor Ulfherson, and fight for her ex Lady Yasmina Big Munster.
Storm God.
Oh, and I'm so good. Like to,
Absolutely.
the Shire of Lionsdale, fighting today for Lord Stephen Fitzdrake. Majesties, Lord Cormac Vermunderson, Squire to Sir Bryn Fitzsaverick, inspired today by Ada MacDonald.
Great Majesties on here! Hans Moose Herkammer, Squire to Sir Anders Trumark. When he awoke this morning, he said to his inspiration, Yaroslava Borisova, what can I get you today? She stood, spilled her tea, and said, bring me a chair.
Yeah, right. Pretty cool.
Your Majesty, now stands before you Gudrun Bjornsson, Squire to Duke Skirkar, inspired this day by Alexa
Morning.
Stump.
I just keep
Lionsgate, who's inspired by Desdemona of Lionsdale, current Lionsdale archery champion.
Your Majesties, I have the honor to present your assembled marshals of Antier. Think they're gonna win? What's my
Your Majesties, I present your list staff for today. You gotta go back to work.
Your Majesty, with great pleasure, I give you the
People of Antier, see here the combatants for the crown list of the kingdom of Antier. Great is the honor for competing in this list, for the victor with their consorts shall wear the crowns of Antier. But you who enter into honorable combat do by your courtesy and valor show forth the renown of the kingdom of Antier and the greater glory your inspiration. Let brave deeds and chivalric conduct prove you worthy of the honor you seek and the favors you bear. Hear now the words of your crown.
It feels just like yesterday. Eric and I were in your shoes. The only words that I have for everyone is just please take a moment to take it all in. Take a deep breath. Remember that you are not in this alone. Everyone has someone here today. And that is very important to all of us, that we are a kingdom as one. So have fun, enjoy the day, and I hope everything is clean and healthy.
It's always hard to follow that up. Not going to say anything better, but I will just talk about one thing today, and that's chivalry, right? And I think all of us, when we kind of think about chivalry, we think about the idea of taking blows and things like that, but I want to talk about one other thing, and that's communication today. That is a form of chivalry. That is one of the things that is going to lead to having an amazing tournament today, is making sure that even in these moments, we have a way to communicate in a very chivalric way when our tempers, our emotions, our adrenaline are at the highest. We are choosing a path of chivalry today. Thank you so much. Fight hard, fight chivalric, and have an amazing day.
Huzzah! Long live the king!
Do you, Viscount Durin, Oldenmore,
Sure.
Tolkienskin, Earl Marshal Von Tier, accept authority over this field?
I do.
You want to speak to the bench? You want to speak to the bench? Do you have any words?
Do you have any words?
A quick one, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have not been inspected yet, there will be a warm-up period. Please get inspected. All of us will be on the field available to do that. We'll make it as fast as possible. If you do not know, we are enforcing the thumb thing behind center-held shields. Be aware.
We are going to give 20 minutes after the last pairing that happens. We are going to give a 20-minute period, get armor inspected, do warm-ups. The heralds will then announce to go do your challenge fight. But we are giving everyone, since we started early, a warm-up period, jump on a field, get fighting, take a few minutes. We will start basically a timer after the last pairing so that we can also keep everything moving today. But you're going to have 20 minutes, pair up, get some fighting in, get inspection, and get ready for the day. Thank you all for getting here early so that we can get through everything that we have planned.
Henceforth, let none but the chivalric combatants and those with official business pertaining to combat come within these precincts until the combat is concluded.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Their majesties will go, one to each side of the line for the oath. Let the people of Antir bear witness to the combatant's oath. Combatants, there will be many questions. I will look up, and that is your part. That is your time to answer. Do you each know and swear to abide by the rules of the list?
I swear.
Do you each have an inspiration whose favor you advance, whom you may crown as your inspiration should you prove victorious on the field today?
I swear.
Do you each swear that if victory is yours today, you and your chosen inspiration will attend your coronation, the crowned tournament to select your successor, and your successor's coronation?
I swear.
Do you affirm that if victory is yours today, you and your inspiration shall swear fealty to the crown of Antir?
I swear.
Do you also affirm that you and your inspiration will fulfill the duties and obligations of the crown of Antir, ruling justly according to the laws and customs of Antir to the utmost of your abilities, so long as you shall reign?
I swear.
Then go bravely forth onto the field of honor to prove the worth of your inspiration in noble victory or honorable defeat. Let the unbelted combatants now issue their challenges for the first round. After switching sides, when the challenge has been issued and accepted, begin the combat, then go into the master of the list mistress of the list to record the results. And after preparing them all.
41 belts, 28, 9, 11.
Just streaming.
You have 20, now you're 41.
What's the 28?
28, 9.
Taking a minute.
Six.
Six. Seven.
Six.
An advocate.
Like,
We can put it together.
6.5.
It's probably not.
I-
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shaking the hand.
The Russian judges. What? No, that's what. Just I got rolling. Well, we do a count on the
If there are
side
any
real quick, and I'm going to do a
populace
count on the
that
other side to make sure
wish to
we're as
restore
close as
members
possible.
upon
Or we're
any balance, they may do so now while we finish evening the sides.
Sure. Well, I'm looking up to 12. All for
No.
People of Antir, attention now, the beginning of the list of the crown tournaments for the kingdom of Antir. Heralds to the field, marshals to the field. Let the list begin. After the 20-minute warm-up, after the match. Last causes the cards of their majesties of Antir.
Sir Nikolai, I would be very honored if you my challenge today.
Get 20.
Content.
Eat it.
I think my dude.